Hey Lisa, so this will hopefully be the first of the tapes that doesn't suck terribly. I had weird nightmares last night about work, which is strange. I guess because I've been thinking about going back. It's like I don't know that I'm ready physically to go back, as I still get tired doing just about everything, and my lung capacity is just crap. But on the other hand, I'm so bored with not working that I can't stand it. I'm tired of watching Netflix all day, playing video games. The thing about video games that is cool, depending on what kind of video games you play, if you play online, like on the Xbox, then a lot of people wear headsets, so there's a lot of trash talking. And as you would imagine, I excel at trash talking. I may not be the best video gamer, but being quick-witted and sarcastic, I'm ready. However, a lot of the games I play are just solo on the computer, and it's all about just killing a certain number of bad guys and looting their corpses. I find it so irksome in movies when people are like in a zombie situation or whatever, and they'll kill a bunch of people, and then they'll just sit around and agonize about it, and or come up with their next plot device and then talk about barricading the house or whatever. And I'm like, dude, take all their crap. Like, I don't remember I think the last thing I watched was that Canadian show about the town that they sequester because everybody above 21 dies. It's not actually supposed to be Canadian. They don't really say where they're from, but they are Canadians because they have a ministry. They ran out the clock, and the SWAT teams and commandos who came in to kill them and inoculate everyone and then kill them succumbed to the virus and died. And so they, grabbed a couple of guns and ran off to do whatever. And I'm like, that one guy's wearing a backpack. You bastards! You don't even have to go through his crap. You don't have to search all his pockets and whatnot. No, you can just take off the backpack, put it on, and be like, hey, I'm gonna go through this later. So that I find annoying. I like turn-based combat games where you get to plot out each one of your moves, and you get, usually a group of people, and you get to assign them what to do. I like the, thinking of, well, if you can in the game, like almost all games, you can have them specialized in different things. Some of them are the, break-in guys, some of them are the doctors, some are heavy weapon specialists, sniper, etc. I like, shifting the people around, and then I like when you get, my current game I'm playing, I really like it. It's called Wasteland 2. The first Wasteland was on the Commodore 64. So that lets you know how old it was. The game was so old, and it was actually so ahead of its time, actually. It was so much bigger than the average game could be on the Commodore 64, that when you played, you had to put one disc in for the different combat type mission, when the game switched to combat or when you were walking around a specific location, and the other disc was the map and the world. So when you were exploring the world, going from point A to point B, and you randomly found another place, you then switch discs. And I think there was 4 discs or something. It was crazy how big the game was, considering everything in the game was unique, meaning that you walk into St. Louis and shoot everyone, they fall down dead, you leave, you come back later, all the dead people are right where you left them, and so is all their stuff. So it was a huge game for its time, comparatively. Wasteland 2 not only has different types of weapons, but they do different types of damage. Like energy weapons, great against robots. They're okay against people. You get a bonus when you hit a robot with an energy weapon. You get kind of a minus when you hit a person. When the bad guys are a combination of robots and people, you'll be like, damn it, if I would have shot a robot with that gun, he would have just exploded. So, and it's also awesome when there's not enough in this game, because if there wasn't a legitimate amount of killing people and taking their stuff, the game would be so easy, because you'd have $1 billion and every cool weapon in the world. So every time somebody drops a weapon and it's something you can use, you're like, woohoo! I'm going to replace such a shotgun with this thing. See what happens when I blow off your head now. So, all that being said, video games are great escapism. But the thing about escapism is, you kind of need to be escaping something. Like, video games are great when you get off work and your day's been frustrating and you want to do something else. It's like a book where you get to move things in some cases. However, when your day is primarily wake up, take your meds, make your breakfast, which some days you get really intricate about, and then nothing until you go back to sleep at night, video games are like, oh, well, I guess I'll do this. I mean, the other day I got a game on the Xbox. Oh, it's been like a month, I think. I pre-ordered it because I played the demo. Like, the demo, it's supposed to be called the first hour. So it's the first hour of you playing the game. And there's only so much you can do. But I played it like 9 hours worth. I just played it through a couple of times. And it was still really fun. That game probably would have lasted me months if I would have had a job. As it stood, I'm probably almost done. I played it so much that I'm like, I'm going to take a break from this now, so that when I come back, it'll be slightly more fun. So, that's kind of where I'm at. Yes, I am rambling. I haven't done this in a while. The place where I live, I don't really complain about it much, because it's so much better on a whole than any place else that I've lived in years and years. It's a huge house. It's a nice house. It's got air conditioning, except it's broken right now. My room only tends to get warm because I have my door shut and my TV produces a lot of heat because it's a big ass TV. Well, it's a 40-inch TV, whatever. And it's on a lot, and I'm in my room all the time. So there is no air circulating with the system right now, which means that it's hotter than normal. That being said, it's still better than living in Ray's house. My room was a fourth the size, and it used to heat up ridiculously. Plus, it had, it got direct sun on the window, and so it just baked. And Ray's dumbass was so cheap all the time that he set the air conditioning to like 90 degrees, 85, which meant that if he put it at 85, my room would be like 92. And it one point, he finally, because his mom has dementia, he finally put a lock on the air conditioning, and I had to go to him and be like, hey, my room is just sweltering. And he would begrudgingly turn it down, and I finally had to say, look, the house is normally pretty cool, and the air conditioning only goes on when it's hot, but my room is like 5 degrees hotter than the rest of the house at least, so why don't we turn up the air so that my room cools down too? And he tried to say that it was kind of a waste, and I'm like, your mom runs the heater all the time in her room, and I pay for a third of that. I pay for a third of all the electricity in the house. My room should be cool. And so he was a little butthurt about it, but he finally agreed. The thing about Ray was a dick and used to charge us a third of the cost for the utilities every month. And I think that's one of the reasons why he eventually started setting the thermostat low enough that my room was cool, so that I didn't like look at the bill or question things, because he had to pay like $75 a month was the solar deposit or whatever, the money for the solar energy that was his solar system that he has. And that is not something that you should charge your renters a third of. So I still have thought about taking him to small claims court over that. And I might. What else? So Sacramento has the same rideshare program that Portland has. It's called Social Bikes. And you get an app on your phone, and you set up an account, and you can rent a bike for $4 an hour, and it's prorated per minute even, and you get a credit for, there's a couple different ways you can get credits. One of which I thought was cool was if you find a bike out of the area, you get $1.50 for locking it up at a hub. And so I was like, if I just went to Sacramento, could I just find a bike that's out of area and take it to a hub, and then find another one and take it to a hub? Like, could that be like a little game to see if I could actually get a positive amount of money at the end? Like, would there be enough time in between the different bikes that I got enough credit that I didn't spend much? But more than that, I'm just excited to go drive to Sacramento to a place that is cool, and then have that place be right next to a bike location, and then grab a bike and ride it around for a while. Like, there will be video, no question. Especially since the bikes have a basket on front and a light. So, yeah, Justin doesn't talk to me anymore, which sucks, because that would be the perfect outing right there. Just driving around taking pictures and stuff on a rented bike. That would be awesome. So I don't know, I still don't know what his problem is. I would suspect that it was something like I had offended him and he's no longer my friend, except he's always been flaky, so it's just probably him embracing his inner Flakosaurus. I don't know. I have no idea what his deal is. It's frustrating. Oh, so frustrating. So, this is me in my car, signing off for now.